Alright, this time we have a game on Katrain against Katago with 5 handicap stones. Last time we won with 6 handicap stones with 20 points. So let's see how we are doing this time. Immediately invaded. Well, I think blocking is pretty obvious. Question is now on how much we want to make a wall. I think a wall is good for me. Like a bigger wall is good for me if I can utilize the top side on d10. Because when he jumps into c7, he's pretty much already capped out because of my center stone. We could also just ban from two stones, because I think the main weakness of the ban from the two stones is that e4 is pretty weak. After the b4 band, maybe even before it. I know it's relevant in 19 by 19, but because of my center stone, I might be able to just be fine. Even if I'm cut, if the right group might be connecting either to the middle or to the right, and my left group can probably just walk north. Let's try that. Do I want to double Hana? I don't think I do. I think I just want a wall. I think he can keep the corner. The question is, do we go one again or not? If I go one more, then I ensure that he can't bend and essentially kill this entire space here, which is about maybe 6 points or 4 points. So not that much, I think. I guess it's the thing is, if he goes here, he will attack this side at the same time. I think I want to keep stretching here. Oh, now I can actually utilize this wall, right? I can make a huge wall which are mirroring each other. And if I understood correctly, that is very big value on 13 by 13. But on 19 by 19, I've observed that the AI actually is always like, if there's a wall here, it will face the wall on this side for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what I observed. Let's go with this. I'm going to go with the same Joseki here. If we play like this, we are going to lose all corners, but our influence towards the center is going to be huge. And we will gain the sides. At least 2 of them. This kind of nullifies the value I get from... No, it doesn't, because this stone helps the cutting point, I believe. What is conflicting to me is right now, usually you want to keep the corner, so my instinct says I want to harness from the corner side, but this entire area is huge, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with my instinct here and bend. I want to keep this small here, and you know, same logic as this side. What is this? It is one of those strange approaches. I think the correct response to this is L5, and essentially, if he goes top, he's gonna connect with this down here, but I will keep him low. Yeah, he can't. If I play L5, he can't harness me from L6 because I get this nice Target's mouth shape from K6. I mean, he could. It would give him these points essentially in the side. Could also block on M4, which I don't like as much. After L4, he could. I might have be forced to defend on, like, after L5. I mean, if he extends, I might have to defend on L4, and then he can extend onto, like, 1 space jump or 2 space jump onto L8 or L7 and be very safe in center. And this space is going to be harder to, like, no, this entire space is open for the center, so my entire center is reduced. So I'm gonna go for this. Cut here. This stone is going to be sacrificed, and I'm essentially picking a side here. If I pick this side, he's going to connect with this low group, two side group here. But how many turns does he need to connect up? One more. He needs to play one more stone on him. How much does he need to connect up here if I go top? The advantage of doing the Atari from top is that I'm connecting to my group pretty fast. So if I go bottom, I have a loose group. So that's why I'm gonna aim for the Atari from the top side. I didn't think about that. I see. I think this doesn't quite work out as I thought. If I extend from here, he will extend towards here J12. Like if I extend on L12, he will extend on J12. And if I block on H12, he can double Atari me from J10, which is huge. If I play J12 myself, I can threaten to kill these stones. And he might be forced to play L12, to which I could react with K9. Am I worried about these resulting cutting points on J10 and... oh no, I meant Atari from L9. K9 and J10 are going to be potential cutting points that result from this. Am I fine on this? K9 looks way worse because if this stone here is cut off, it's not guaranteed that I'm going to be able to connect with this. Or will I? If I just run, I will have to lead, right? Or will I? Once he cuts, I need to connect, and then he can Atari again. Ah, that's kind of ugly. I think the play is to extend with one of these stones. These stones are getting very weak. Either extend or connect with them. We are essentially giving up the entire corner. That's the main issue. But I think I will win with territory. If let's say he gains the entire top corner and he will have the bottom corner. Probably, I'm not sure. No, I don't think he will, because he approached from this side. I'm going to extend here. Yeah, let's go on with the plan. We are playing for the center, and our aim is we want these two groups to be cut. These might be getting connected, and we are aiming to cut, to gain some territory here. So let's pay for that. Yeah, I'm going to defend here, and I'm aiming to keep this very tight. Yeah, just keep him low. Even if I take B11 here, he will still be alive. The same applies for this. I think L8 is center. Because if I save the stone, this group is in trouble, right? And I might also be able to cut these off. Let's try that. Should aim to cut here. If we aim to cut here, I'm gonna pressure him to connect up top. Else is going to live small. I can either pressure from top or on the side here. I'm not sure which of these three plays I should do. If I should do L6, L7 or L9. I mean M7, M8 or M9. I think I pressure the top group because it is, it looks like for me it looks like I can use the stone as RG. If I play here, no. I think J12 is center, I believe. Because if I follow it up with L12, these two stones are going to die. So let's do that. Now we have to connect here. Yeah. This now for sure is going to live. So I'm thinking about playing M7 in order to pressure this group. Looks good to me. I cannot play L2 because he can cut me on J4, J3 I mean. And even if I Atari it back with H3, H2 will Atari J2. I take it. J1 connects both of these groups. And I need to fill my flower out. H2 is the other thing I'm thinking about. What I don't like is that I have two stones with these weird weakness. Yeah, I don't like this because he can cut here. I can Atari with J5, and if once he does another cut on J3, these two stones are in danger. If I connect with J4, then he can extend onto H3 and eat up these two stones. Does it eat them up? Can't read that far. I think connecting on J3 might be the safest thing. If he bends, I can just Atari. Yeah, let's do that. So now it's endgame. Everything lives, I believe. I'm going to do these inside plays here first, because I think it's center. I was thinking about M4. I'm just M4, and if he responds with M3, then I can Atari these two stones with N6. He can't, and he will just be forced to take my stone. And I don't need to connect, I don't even need to connect back here, because there will be one stone gap here. Let's try that. Ah, he tried from that side. But isn't it the same thing? Yeah, I think it is. And we do the same thing here now. We pressure the same thing by going for G12. If we cut on D12, we can get him to play inside again. Either here or here. And this will be center again. So let's try that. Both of these endgames A10 and A4 are goaty for me. I'm also thinking about H2. H2 is not big for me, but big for him. Because once h2 is played, I'm either forced to connect on h3, I believe, as he's going to run through here, or I need to prevent the connection with j1. Let's think about if I do j1. It looks a bit dangerous for this tree stone group, but like afterwards, but I think this group will be fine. k13 is also a go-to play for me. The other big play that I'm seeing is m9, as it's just creating points for me and preventing points for him. If he plays m9 instead, he's gonna gain more corner, more side. I prefer playing h2 here because this move essentially is forcing me to through an additional stone in my area, and also this cutting action that doesn't give me any points. Technically, h2 itself also doesn't give me any points. It gives me 1 point, I think, which is on h3. I think this is going to be worth like 3 points. 1 point for him and 2 points maybe for me. Maybe 3. I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm playing here. What's this? Oh no! He's threatening to connect on both sides. Ah, this is really bad. At least I'm learning something. That's interesting. I think the correct response is to let him connect on both sides. Because just blocking off one side and then allowing him to do a9. Like if I block off on a5 and he connects on a9, I will have to invest way more moves in order to block the section off again. Right, let's just do this. This I don't understand. I don't know why g1 was played. It takes still 2 moves to connect, right? Well, I'm going to block off one of these sides. Ah, I think I understand. Because the first line isn't giving him any points, it's only reducing mine. Only allowing one side to be cut off is essentially the same value. If I cut here, he connects with a9, and I do b8, he connects again. I do a6, he connects on a10, and this is essentially lost still. I'm worried about the clamps too, on b6 and b8. Because if one clamp happens, it's fine. I can react with c6 and he has to connect back, but once the second one happens, this b7 stone is in a hurry. Let's just play out the sequence because I think it's center if he wants to save this or like do the damage with this. I threaten to, is this even big enough? I just do it. Because if I don't do it, he might later do b8. I react with c8 and he connects on a8. And I have to defend this stone here, right? Because b6 falling forces me to do extend with this stone instead of reacting with c6. Yeah, let's do it. You are forced to do this in order to... If I don't do this, he can go to m8. I will have to do k8. Yeah, I'm not really gaining much from this, I believe, if I cut this and do the double archery. I think this is bigger. I think this is like 2 points. So let's do this. We now Atarium here, because it was center. These 3 stones make me worry, but I think like he peeps, I connect, and then these stones are fine. Everything that I got is goated, so I have to think about my opponent's moves. This is the point that I've seen. If he plays n8, if I connect on n7, I'm essentially losing a point. But I think I have to fill this out anyways, right? Yeah, I do. This will always be filled out, so it doesn't make a difference. So everything my opponent has seems to be go to 2. So I'm gonna play on the weakest, against the weak stones, which I think is this group. I can also connect on n7 because it threatens to play n5, which then he has to connect with. I'm gonna do that. Ah, k1 is good, right? If I can play k1, l1 is played, and then I block the other side too, and I have a ko. Is there a point to the ko? Like, do I even gain points from it? I'm not sure. I guess I'm denying 1 point with it, right? Because if J1 is played, I need to block with H2 and K1 is played. I'm not sure. I don't get it. Let's play up top. Alright. I think only this neutral point is left. Yeah, let's play the neutral point. We pass. Oh, we win again! Nice. And the last game on the with 6 stones, I won by 20 points. 20.5, so it's only a 3-point difference. Let's go to the performance report. Aha, 66. My last game, it was 25. Oh my god, my opening apparently was extremely good. Mid game was still 50, which is still better than what I did last time. And my end game was apparently also good. Let's look over from the start and review. Analysis. Alright, we are mainly looking for, let's look at the performance report again. Wait, we only did one major mistake? It's huge. So we are looking at red, orange, and yellow moves. Seems to be fine. Wait, I'm wondering if what AI actually prefers. I see, AI actually prefers to keep, to do a tree stone wall. Huh, that's apparently a mistake. Wait, is this technically yellow or not? Yeah, this is the thing I talked about. I mentioned this in the game, that AI always prefers to have two worlds not mirroring each other. I think the reason is exactly this problem that we saw in the late game, where both of the same sides were pressured at the same time. Like this endgame move, that was pretty huge. I think it took like 5 or 6 points. It's interesting because I think most people say that you want the words to be facing each other. Yeah, let's move on. This was also an interesting point. Yeah, it seems like my analysis was correct that focusing on the corners is more important. Seems to be fine. There got my first mistake. It was the extension here. They wanted me to extend inside. I was thinking about this, that these two black stones would still be dead. Yeah, this is what I was thinking about. But apparently, I'm not supposed to be playing there. I'm supposed to play here. I see. I'm playing for the bottom side, essentially. These stones might be sacrificed, but I'm making a bigger wall on this side. But why is this played first? Why am I not connecting here? Or playing here? Let's say I'm playing here. What if white plays the double here? Oh, I see. Okay, I understand it. This group is getting cut off, and I got the entire corner from this sequence. That is interesting. But the cost is here is essentially that he will end up running through the entire center, right? And the entire center is my entire territory. So again, the AI is valuing the corner more than or knows when to jump off to the corner. Because once this is done, I guess the point is that AI knows that this is dead and can't actually run out because it's surrounded by my stones. Alright, let's go back to mainline. Oh, this was another mistake. K3 was apparently like blocking off and going for the kind of the Joseki shape was apparently a mistake. This one I don't quite understand. Because this will connect to this and be huge, right? I don't quite understand this one, sadly. Just going to move on from this. This is apparently another mistake. Before I would have never thought about that one. I think I know why. It's because of this. It's to prevent the situation to be happening that essentially happened. It's to break the symmetry on these sides. To prevent the middle play that is Miai. Yeah, I think that's the point. Yeah, it's now probably just going to keep showing me this to break the Miai symmetry. This was apparently my biggest mistake. I connected here, and it was apparently a huge mistake. Maybe I should have done the Tiger's Mouse. Like, how bad is the Tiger's Mouse instead? It looks like it's still a huge mistake. I get it. It's because this is Sente. This is not only Sente, it is threatening this life. That's why he has to respawn from this side. I thought that him actually cutting here, like, let's say he's actually cutting here. How do I solve this? AI is even wanting to ignore that, not even respond to it. I think I get why. It wants to cut these and make sure this is dead for sure, and it believes that this is way, way bigger than the sacrifice of these here. Like, if going to eat these up, but I might be able to, like, cut this off. And it looks like this is 3 times. It's like 9 points, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. That's my second biggest mistake. My idea was that to keep these stones separated. if I do this, it's not going to threaten life, is what I thought. Ah, I think it does threaten life. And it is ending with center. No. AI is jumping between top and bottom. That's why it's so hard to see. It is center because the A12 was made. Let's assume A4 was not made, and that something like let's say this was played. I see it. This is the dead. Yeah, it's dead. That's good. The top group is dead because of this cutting point. We have two cutting points. That's the main issue. All right. It's good to know because this is a common shape. What happened here? Ah, I get it. Yeah, this wasn't as valuable because of the Mia play here. So yeah, this was another big mistake. They did want me to play L2. I did think about this quite a bit. I thought he would be. Ah, no. Yeah. It took me too long to read. That's why I didn't do it. Because it looked weird to me that let's just look what happened. Ah, I get it. I understand it. This is center because it's threatening life again, and then I can play as well. You can see 4 has to be played, and then I can play 5 on the top side, which is also center because the cutting point is Atari on 6, and 7 is threatening the same play as 5 and 6. All right, yeah, I get it. So this is very important to know, this kind of shape, that playing inside here is threatening life and you gain center from it. This was also apparently a mistake. I thought that I'm actually gaining points by doing this, by playing inside. I guess before I sacked, I guess just playing this is the same outcome. Like I still gain center by playing this first, and then I don't even have to sack. I think that's the reasoning. Because if I sack, I'm essentially giving up 1 stone. Yeah, this is what I did. It's essentially the same outcome. It's just that I lost 1 stone. And the top thing is essentially I'm threatening to do the same on the top side while also gaining a point here. Gaining some points here, I guess. This is when I did the same thing here. I don't really understand this play at all on D13. Yeah, it seems to be that it wants me to actually Hana these instead of just yeah, I think I get it because I need to yeah, it's the spending logic. For some reason I just want to connect in order to cut, but bending essentially has the same outcome. I did this the last game too. This was too hard for me to math out, but apparently cutting these small points. I see why I was good in endgame because nothing is mattering. Everything was worth the same points because everything is gote. And that's it. Good stuff, good stuff. We are going to do 4 stones next.